going to do about it? I'll check if you have an attitude, and I can do it today if I want to.
Go on.
I can do it on your wedding day and your birthday.
Okay, well, we'll see.
After
Okay.
he's been with you in a social setting, he'll call.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amalmi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are discussing a particular dating coach who teaches women how to be high valued women and teaches men on how to be able to attract high valued women. Is or was allegedly a side chick to an engaged man. Now, this whole revelation came about when somebody published an exchange between the dating coach, whose name is Shadi Khan, to the fiancée, the wife of the man that she is apparently his mistress. Now, a lot of people were really stunned about this revelation and they had a lot to say about it. So in this video, we're going to check out what exactly happened, what people have to say about it. We're also going to see some of the things that she has said concerning being a mistress and women being high valued and some values that she was talking about. And then I'll come back to share my own thoughts. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon right beside so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now let's get into this video.
What are you going to do about it? I'll suck it if you have an attitude, and I can do it today if I want to.
Go on.
I can do it on your wedding day and your birthday.
Okay, well, we'll see.
After he's been with you in a social setting, he'll call me after.
I know for a fact you guys weren't expecting this one, but the female dating coaches in 2025 are not looking good. And you know what's crazy? I actually like a lot of Sadia's content. I think a lot of her takes are very good, but it's crazy to see the dichotomy of what she talks about on the internet versus her real life. Here's a dating coach, a expert in psychology, that talks about being a high value woman, a high value man, being a side chick, yelling at a woman that's engaged to a man. Now, while we don't have the full context about it, this alone is very embarrassing, and it's pretty much all we really need to see. A woman taking pride in destroying another woman's relationship is not good in my book. It just goes to show that the way that people talk and live on the internet is not always true.
Let's talk about Sadia Khan, the so-called dating coach who's been making headlines lately. Unfortunately, not for the right reasons. She built her brand around telling women how to find high-value men, preaching discipline, loyalty and respect. But recently, Sadia herself has been exposed, and not in a flattering way. Allegations suggest she hasn't exactly been practicing what she preaches. Reports claim she's been involved as, let's say, a side chick, while publicly promoting herself as a moral guide in relationships.
Text overlay reads, "This is a recorded conversation between Sadia Khan after she was discovered to be the side piece of an engaged man. His fiancée confronted her. The following screenshots are texts that Sadia and the cheating fiancé shared."
What are you going to do about it? I'll suck it if you have an attitude, and I can do it today if I want to.
Go on.
I can do it on your wedding day. After I've been in situations where he's been with you in a
It doesn't stop there. For someone who constantly promotes confidence, she's been caught using heavy filters to enhance her appearance online, nipping in the waist here, lifting the bottom there, so the image she's selling isn't even real. This whole story is a reminder. Always look at the messenger, not just the message. And maybe, before we crown someone a guru, we should check if they're actually living the life they're selling.
Alright guys, so this story is getting very bizarre. This is Sadia Khan, the online influencer psychologist that promises she can show you how to attract women, be a better man, and fix your relationship. I did a story on her the other day because she edits her videos and I thought it was very funny. I criticized her in the video because it was very obvious that she puts waist filters on any video where her full body is shown, and in a lot of her videos she's talking about how much self-confidence she has and how she knows what she is, blah 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 blah, and that's what's necessary to attract a partner, etc etc. But when I called her out, she lost her goddamn mind. Now it's been about 48 hours and she has spent the last 2 days accusing my followers of being animal porn addicts, being cheaters, being prostitutes, and everything in between. But today she started a new trend. These are videos that my followers sent me. This person left a comment on her page, and she tried to call them via audio 4 or 5 times. And then when they wouldn't pick up, She left the threatening message that you'll see scroll by here. Pick up, bitch, or I'm gonna post your address online. And here's another one from another one of my following. Pick up, don't be scared. Don't be scared, pick up. Calling over and over and over and over again. More threats. This is a person that sells one-on-one phone call coaching bullshits for 6,000 GBP, which I understand now is 8,000 USD, on how to be a high-value man. But hey guys, I can save you the 6,000 GBP. If you want to call for free from Sadia, just leave a troll comment.
I'm truly disappointed, but there's a lesson in all this. Don't compare yourself to people on the internet. Don't look at how somebody looks, how many followers they may have, how perfect they seem, and measure yourself up to that. These people have professionals. They have people editing their photos, their videos. I never even knew you can do that for video, let alone pictures. But again, don't lose your confidence over what you see on the internet. You don't know what these people are actually doing.
So you know how Sadia Khan has basically been exposed for being a side chick and kind of not living her raps, etc., etc. I find it really funny, but it's only for one reason. I remember seeing a tweet quite recently that said, if you're the main chick in your relationship, you're unhappy, and if you're the side chick, you're going to be happy because you're less stressed. And it just has me thinking, like, when it comes to relationships, obviously there's wrong and right things in regards to, like, infidelity, etc., etc. Sleeping with someone's man is obviously wrong, right? But from, like, a utilitarian perspective, if you're getting what you want from a relationship, is that not a W? Irregardless of whether it's right or wrong in the eyes of others, you know? I don't know. Like, with the rise of Shira7 and other similar content creators, it makes sense that a lot of women, as opposed to dating for love, are choosing to just date for money and access to other resources. So if Sadia Khan is getting the bag, I mean, you know, she's doing her thing, I guess.
Sadia Khan, a woman that charges $8,000 an hour for relationship advice, has been outed for being a side chick. I think it's important for people to be qualified to give you life advice, meaning that they should, at the very least, live the life that you want to lead. Okay, like I'm not an astronaut, right? But if I give you advice on how to be an astronaut, I might be right, but you should take it with a grain of salt, right? I think the same thing applies here. If you're going to listen to someone that claims to be a relationship guru and someone that is going to help you be led to the promised land, they should already be at the promised land, right? It's like working with a trainer that is fit as opposed to working with a trainer that just knows a theory. You want someone that's living the lifestyle, I'd say, in most cases. So
apparently Sadia Khan is getting exposed to psychologists, or apparently she's not a real psychologist, or she's not certified, or, you know, I said it before when I was talking about David Goggins, these people that get on the internet, these social media people, these people that, you know, publicly speak for a living, or they sell you courses and classes and charge you fees for their services on how to improve your love life or make you a better person. They're selling you a product. So you got to take it, you know, with a grain of salt, that expression. You got to take it for what it is. It's not that these people cannot say something that can be helpful to you, but don't think of them as righteous fucking people or the highest of morality or, you know, not hypocrites. Obviously, she's very pretty, right? She's attractive, and people were saying, oh, she uses filters and stuff. Okay, the makeup and things like that. Well, she's crafting an image. And it's clear that she's crafting an image. Even though she still might say something that might make fucking sense, but the reality is you already know it makes sense because it's within you. But you're looking externally for someone to tell you the things that you already know, so you know, because you don't believe in yourself. You don't have your own confidence, and that's okay too. But you gotta stop. We gotta stop putting these people up here on a pedestal, because eventually, you know, they're gonna get knocked down and shit. And they're probably always been liars anyways. So for her to get exposed, nothing too shocking. Kind of hilarious. But it's funny because I guess she was the side piece or whatever. And I guess this voice note that came out in like 2021, I think that's what the date was, in which this man's fiance was confronting her and whatever. It's just funny. It's just funny. It is what it is. Hey, I done said all my shit. I exposed myself a long time ago.
Now, a lot of creators today will still find it surprising that women like Sadia can somehow be a side chick. Not me. Understand this. Sadia is a wealthy, unmarried, attractive woman over the age of 30 who is not celibate. These type of women target the small percentage of men at the top, which means she will be sharing. If you understand money pill, you'll know why women date horizontally and end up sharing.
Are you one of those people who's really confused about this whole Sadia Khan thing? I want to break it down to you really quick. My last video was super long, but if you do not believe that she passed herself off as a licensed psychologist, a full-blown licensed psychologist, this is the evidence proving to you that she did. She has put herself on magazine covers, calling herself a psychologist, on lots of podcasts, but it's always a little bit like, was that her fault or was it like the publication that did it? No, here is Sadia Khan in black and white emailing me, for example. So I know it's real because she sent it to me saying, this is my DHA license. The DHA is the Dubai Health Authority. This is the body that regulates and registers, certifies anyone in the behavioral or mental health fields. And she also said, I sent you my psychology license, but guess what she sent me? She didn't send me her psychology license because she doesn't have one. You can look her up in the DHA and prove that she isn't and has never been licensed by the DHA. She even claimed so in that recent podcast by Abba and Preach. But what she did send me was her qualified teacher status certificate, a part of it, and a part of some kind of bachelor's diploma. Those do not qualify for a designation of a licensed psychologist. Far from it. She never got her master's. She never got her PhD. And then she just up and decided to call herself a licensed psychologist and pass herself off as such, posing with fake documents. This is absurd. This is massive con artist behavior, just like Anna Delvey. People are starting to wake up to it, and I'm really glad to hear that. But some of you out there are still defending her and acting naive, and I feel bad for you. But if you are intentionally trying to dig in to the false narrative that she is the victim here, you need to wake up.
If you thought Sadia Khan shouting down the phone, I can, your husband today, on your wedding day and on your birthday, to the wife after finding out the high-value dating coach was actually the side chick to her husband was crazy. Wait till you find that allegedly she doctored her master's and faked being a psychologist. Now, why is this important to me? Because I am someone who's doing a master's now in neuroscience. I did an undergrad in it. And there is a certain authority you have when you claim to be a medically authorized figure. People look at you a little bit different. They look at your advice a bit different because they want to truly better themselves. And when you charge $8,000 an hour for coaching your clients, that is fraudulent. Now, for this video, I'm going to reference Abba and Preach for a very specific reason. I've seen lots of online creators talk about how she uses filters to doctor her body or various things. I don't care about that because they talk about her and she wasn't there. But in Abba and Preach's YouTube video, she was actually there. She was there in a video call and they confronted her about things like being the side chick, which they kind of showed lots of proof for. You go see it for yourself. The purpose of this video is to encourage us to critically think more as a society, but also demand verification from the people that grow their platform on medical basis or some sort of idea, right? So in this video, they also talked about how she may have allegedly, because she's also suing them or saying that she's going to sue them, doctored her master's. So the proof that they brought up is they looked back at her old websites, because this master's is no longer there on her actual website right now, and they found that this master's doesn't have a date issued. Now, as a uni that is credible, you would have the issued date of it. Not only that, they found another one that looks basically identical to it from this other guy, and they're claiming that she just used his and put her initials or her name there and used that as her verification. Now, another thing they pointed out was how she dodges the master's questions and say, well, I have a QTS, which means I'm qualified to teach. You don't need a master's to do this qualified to teach thing anyways. But the next thing is that she brings up this Center of Excellence, and she has this certificate. Now, this certificate has the British Psychology Society and the Center of Excellence, as you can see, right? I'm putting it here. When ABBA actually contacted the Center of Excellence said, we don't work with the British Psychology Society. So if that's true, this is a doctored degree. Okay, the British Psychology Society, this means she's not a registered psychologist, that she's not credible, if this is true, right? You go watch the video for yourself, you make up your own mind.
Okay, that's crazy about the Sadia Khan lady another one bites the dust. Cheyenne Bryant than her. Just to be supposed to have all the game in the world, and you out here like a side of rice. So that's wild. And to be so vulgar and so like immature. That's a crazy thing. She sat up there in her little podcast songs was like, and don't do this and don't do that. And then she on the phone like, I will SD him if I want to. So yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna affect her business. For me, stuff like that, I'm always just like, I can't look at you the same. Everything she says, I'll just be like, but since you want audio recording going crazy over a man that's somebody else's man. So salute.
I made a post the other day about Sadia Khan making $8,000 an hour off of her relationship advice. And it honestly shocked me the amount of women that were okay with like her being a side chick or taking advice from a side chick or even being a side chick. And I just want to say this. There is no honor in being a side piece, okay? You don't want to be the fries or the coleslaw. You want to be the steak, all right? You want to be the main meal. Now, the argument that I seen one chick post was, yeah, but she probably loves him, or the husband loves her more than he loves his future wife or the fiance or whatever. Bruh. No, he doesn't. I promise you, no matter what you feel, no matter what you think, no matter how many I love yous I get, or you get, like, you're not the main, you're not the primary. Whoever gets the title, the girlfriend, the wife, the whatever, that's the main. Even if you feel like you're really in there, really intimate, you know, he's gonna give you a future. I promise you, most cases, the men don't leave their wives for the mistress. You don't. There's no pride in being a side piece. Okay, if you'd rather be a side piece to a rich man and have a broke man onto yourself, I understand that logic. Fine, whatever. Do you, boo boo? All right, fine. But there's no honor in that being the main play. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, there's none. That should not be the main play. The main play should be I'm gonna be a wife. I'm gonna be the main girl. I'm gonna be with the guy that doesn't necessarily do all that stuff. Okay, for real. All right, believe in yourself.
I work with lots of mistresses. And what I find that girls that choose to be mistress, the psychology of the woman that actually goes on to be a mistress is she usually has a really intense trust issues. And those mistresses, they don't trust men. They think men are going to cheat. So I'd rather know who he's cheating with and what time. So I'd rather know. And they are so much calmer. I'll meet mistresses and they're so much calmer with when he's there, when she's a mistress than when he becomes a husband. The moment he becomes a husband, she doesn't trust him anymore. She's like, I know what used to happen when you used to sneak out to the car and make phone calls. I know what happens when you go on business trips. I used to be with you. So she becomes anxious again. She's like, I was so much happier when I would know by 8 o'clock he's with his wife, he's putting the kids to bed. I know where he is. He ain't going nowhere. What does that tell you about who's the danger to children? It's single mothers. It's single mothers that are the danger to children more than anything else, because stepfathers are a reflection of what the mother is choosing to put around the children. There are plenty of evil men in the world. I completely understand. But as a parent, it's only my responsibility to protect my kids. It's only your responsibility to protect your kids. I don't care about other people's kids. You don't care about my kids. This is just life.
If I want to.
Go on.
And I can do it on your wedding day and your birthday.
Okay, well, we'll see.
After.
Okay.
I've been in situations where he's been with you in a social setting. He'll call me after.
This is the biggest scandal that Sadia Khan doesn't want you to know about her. She preaches on her page and on her content that she's a high-value woman. She can teach you how to attract a high-value woman if you're a man for thousands of dollars for one-on-one coaching. Let's see how much she values herself as a woman.
The main thing I would say to be a high value woman is always you have ability to reject attention.
He was saying that she used to advise single moms to like just get married again right away, but now she doesn't because she's been working with men for so long, and she realizes that men can't control themselves around beauty. So if you are a single mother and you have a beautiful daughter and you bring a non-biological man into the household, you really can't trust him around your beautiful daughter because men can't handle themselves around beauty. I'm paraphrasing and I'm summarizing what she said, but I gotta be honest, I think that's an argument for not having anything to do with men ever. Because if you are going to acknowledge that men cannot handle themselves around beauty, and we're going to accept that as a society and not expect men to do better, you're basically saying that no woman can trust a man ever. Even if you aren't a single mom, but then you do decide to have kids, their kids are going to have friends around, babysitters, other kids in the neighborhood. If a man simply cannot be trusted around a beautiful woman, that's an argument for women to never have anything to do with men, because you're basically saying that you're never going to be able to trust the man that you're with.
Here's why you should always be your authentic self on social media, because sooner or later the truth is always going to come out. It's really tough living a lie. Take Sadia Khan, for example. She preaches that women should be high value, you should never settle for less, you should always be respectable, and the truth is, she's just someone else's side chick. Pretty awkward, right? You also have Ayman Ghazi, who preaches this millionaire lifestyle and that you can hustle and earn money and become a millionaire. Like, anybody can become a millionaire. Later it was found out that his stepfather was a multi-billionaire, he was educated at private school, he lived in a house in Notting Hill or something, and then he got rich by selling people scam courses on how to become a millionaire, and he became a millionaire through that. There are plenty more examples, but these are the only two I can squeeze into this 1-minute video. So be authentic always, because people will see through your disguise eventually.
Damn, Sadia Khan, they got you. Damn, Sadia Khan. You're a side chick now? You know, that's how you should know social media isn't a real place. Because people will put up a front thinking they'll never get caught. One wrong move, poof, exposed. The way she's getting exposed right now is ridiculous. Her downfall right now, if she has a downfall, well, people don't care because she is Sadia Khan, but you can't trust anything on social media, especially if they're selling you stuff. It's all about money.
I wonder how many of you are still going to pay like £129 or going on £500 to go listen to Sadia Khan speak about high value relationships and modern day dating. Even though she is or was a side chick to a fiance, being very, very horrible and weird to another woman that was with someone else and she was, yuck. Guys, this is why I say, take everything you see online with a pinch of salt. Even here, right? We're all human. But you see some of these relationship coaches, guys, please, women, so she's charging like, what, 500 and something pound for a video call. And I don't know how long ago it was. You know, we're all human, we make mistakes. But to even ever be happy and whatnot, to be a side chick, being so horrible and weird to another woman about it, oh God, I just think we all make mistakes and whatnot, but that is just, girl, no. And you know, a lot of these relationship gurus and whatnot, girl, don't be paying money. That's why, don't be paying all these thousands of pounds, hundreds of pounds for them, right? It's absolutely absurd behavior, and a lot of them, I'm not trying to be rude, guys, but they're not even married. That's why I won't call myself a relationship coach or guru or whatnot. Maybe in a couple of years or whatnot if I'm married. I don't know, but like, come on. Like, but am I surprised? Am I surprised, girl? No. Am I surprised? No. Like, I can tell with an aura, like, her aura is not giving...
Guys, so one thing I haven't told you yet is side piece Sadia. She threatened me with a fake lawyer that was actually her. So for months and months, she harassed me with emails, basically threats to take down my TikTok videos, which I had on here. Now, obviously, I have been putting up videos about her for about 2 years, and I don't think, other than Dr. Taylor Burrows, I don't know anyone else who was exposing her. So she was freaking out because I was posting her emails and her screenshots, and obviously I was getting loads of comments from her fans, followers saying, you know, I must be jealous of her, blah, 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 blah. So she was sending me some emails from a guy called Chris Lewis, who basically sent me like a fake cease and desist email, which I was a bit clueless, if I'm honest, and I honestly believed it, thinking, oh shit, am I like done nothing wrong here? But I hadn't said anything defamatory. So she continued to tell me that he continued to tell me I needed to take all the videos down, and if I didn't, I would be locked up in a Dubai jail.
Okay, so we've seen exactly what happened. We've seen people's reaction to the revelation that this popular female dating coach was or is a side chick to a married man. I believe he was engaged at that time, because the recording is coming from 2021. So I don't know if he eventually went through with the marriage, if she's no longer the side chick or she's still the side chick, because the recording, the audio is from 2021. Now, some people are saying that she gets paid $6,000 for consultation by men to know how to attract high-valued women. She also gets paid thousands of dollars by women to know how to attract high-valued men. So she's seeing a lot of single men and single women, which is why some people are saying you see a lot of the men who are willing to pay $6,000 and they are single. Why would you now be the side chick of an engaged or married man? They don't understand. Now, I've seen some of the things that she has said, and she was talking about mistress, and I'm like, but you were, I don't know. Like I said, it happened in 2021. At least what I saw was communication that happened in 2021. So maybe after then she got a bit wiser, because I'm going to give her the benefit of doubt until I see something else that shows that she's still doing it right now in 2025, and she's still continuing with her dating advice and coaching service and everything, because it would look like she's hypocritical if she's still doing that, if she's still being a mistress and advising people about not being a mistress. Because how can you're basically saying do as I say but don't do as I do? It doesn't make sense. Like I said, I'm giving her the benefit of that because the voice recording is from 2021. But what I didn't like was that she was confronted by the fiancé of the man, and she did not feel sorry. She did not feel apologetic. She did not feel like what she was doing was wrong. She started saying that she would do this, she would do that, she would do that, just to rile up and annoy the fiancé. Now, I don't know what happened. Maybe she said something to her, but even if she said something really nasty to her, I think at that point, she has every right to say anything she wants to say, because it is wrong what was going on. Now, I would also give her grace in the fact that maybe the man was the one that lied and said all sorts of things, but she was still saying, when you people are together, he will still call me. So she was well aware of the situation, and she still wanted to be a part of it, just trying to prove to the fiancé that she has a greater part in the relationship, or the man values her more than he values his fiancé now. And the fiancé could be in that marriage because it's arranged and the guy didn't really like her and he liked the dating coach. That is a possibility, but I just feel like she should not have been so aggressive with the fiancé, because it will hurt the fiancé. And I don't know what he said. I don't know what was going on, because some men are liars. There are so many liars that will be saying all sorts. Oh, I'm marrying her because of this. I wish I met you before her. And the lies that they say, meanwhile, they're just trying to eat their cake and have it, because it doesn't make sense to me how we do something. And then again, I can't blame anybody that believes. I believed some trash that some men said, that when I think about it now, I'm like, why did I believe these people? Why did I think that they were honest because I was being honest? Why did I not just see that this is just some men being men? Just lying and trying to do what I don't understand the need to have several women around you, especially as you could risk the chance of getting infected. Why would you want to have several women? What is the pride? Because it doesn't make sense. Why would you want to have different women and you would not be doing different tactics not to make the women see each other? Because you know that you'll be embarrassed. If you know you'll be embarrassed and you know that there will be so much shame if they meet each other, if they see each other, if they know each other, why are you doing it? Why are you sneaking around? It doesn't make sense to me. It's just a whole mess. This whole situation is a whole mess because our brand is built on her being a high valued woman. It's built on her being high class. It's built on her being above the nonsense, above being a mistress, above being a side chick. And people are now seeing this. Now, like I said, it happened in 2021. I don't know if she's still like that in 2025. She might have learned her lesson. She might have seen the light, just like I saw the light. Anyway, like I said, I hope she has learned a lesson. I hope she's not the same way, because if she is the same way, if she's still doing the same things in this 2025 with a brand, I don't know how it looks for her, because that's basically all our brand is all about. That's basically her business. Now, some people are saying that the psychology degree that she says she has, it's a lie. That's another thing on its own, because why would you be lying that you have a psychology degree when you don't have? Anyway, I would love to hear what you think about this whole situation. Do you think that the female dating coach Sadiya Khan has changed from what she used to be? Do you think that the revelation that she was a mistress and her interaction with the fiancé at that time is enough to destroy her brand, or do you think she'll be able to bounce back? I would love to hear your own thoughts, so please leave your comment in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.